let's not forget that six last ball, when it was hit for a six, and this entire 6-run victory. So it was a nail biter, and that is what also was a clincher. What, according to you, was that one moment in this entire match that really stood out and that you felt could have gone either way?
Well, there were many moments like that, I think, but one of the biggest moments was the dismissal of Shreyas Iyer in the game for just one run, because Shreyas Iyer had been Punjab Kings' go-to man. And to get him there, get him early was one of the big plus that for Royal Challengers Bengaluru. And that is what it really culminated into, wherein RCB had a well-rounded team wherein everybody put in the effort. Yes, Virat Kohli top scored with a 43 there, but there were a few 20s there in the middle. But for Punjab Kings, their campaign, even though a very good campaign, nonetheless, it was largely based on a few exceptional performances, be it Priya Ansharia with 100 for CSK or Shreyas Iyer coming good. So in this game, it was more of well-rounded RCB coming up against Punjab Kings, who they knew they wanted to take. They could have taken just a couple of 2 or 3 wickets. And, we are talking about Virat Kohli, we are talking about somebody like Rajat Patidar, but Phil Salt played a crucial innings. The player of the match was Krunal Pandya for his 2 wickets for just 17 runs, in a game where both the teams scored nearly 200. That is 190 and 184. It was the bowlers who did the trick for you. So that was probably one of the major moments wherein Shreyas Iyer's wicket. And after that, yes, you do mention that it was a nail biter because it was a 6-run defeat. But by the time Josh Hazlewood bowled his second ball of the final over, the game was done and dusted. And Shashank Singh did reduce the margin of defeat, but then again, it didn't really matter because it was far too much for Punjab Kings in the final over. And kudos to the bowlers as well. The way they put in 190 was a very below par total on the Ahmedabad track. In fact, the 190 for 9 score of RCB was the lowest first innings total posted at Ahmedabad this season, and yet Royal Challengers Bangalore bowlers pulled it off. And Punjab Kings, well, it comes down to the chasers. Chasing in big games is never easy. Punjab Kings were the team who had the most 200 plus scores this season. So you would have thought Punjab Kings could take it at the halfway mark when Royal Challengers Bangalore were not able to post 200. But then again, pressure getting to them, and RCB bowlers really stepping up and helping out Virat Kohli with that victory there.
Right, and Harish, we were talking about how, the fans are going gaga about this entire game. There were visuals and there are certain videos that are going viral on the internet. There was one particular video where a lorry driver was honking and the fans were just going gung-ho about this entire win. So that is the kind of emotion that this match had.
Well, absolutely. In fact, across Bengaluru today, imagine at 1 a.m. we've had traffic jam or pile-ups at certain junctions because people just decided that they'll park vehicle and celebrate at street corners. In fact, if you recollect what's happened yesterday, much before the match, we've had huge LED screens at street corners. We've had these screens at malls and various other places. And people got home early. People got to these screening places early. Perhaps Bangalore might have created a Guinness record of sorts on the number of number 18 RCB jerseys that were sold yesterday, whether it's near the stadium, across the city. You just saw people roaming around the city wearing RCB jersey. That was the kind of spirit that was here in Bengaluru yesterday. And after the match, it was something that was brewing for a very long time, something that was waited for a very long time. We saw celebration across the city, across Karnataka. We've seen even from taluks and villages where there has been celebration. In fact, the police had a hard time last night in Bengaluru ensuring that people got back home and cleared out the streets, especially around CBD and other areas of Bengaluru as well. And remember, the kind of franchise that has been built now. This was a franchise brought by Vijay Mallya at the auction. Later on, they managed to build a strong fan base. Imagine just for an unboxing event, this franchise managed to fill the entire Chinnaswamy Stadium. It was not a cricket match. It was just an unboxing event where Virat would come out and say that Rajat Patidar would be the captain and introduce the team. A handful of sorts that happened at Chinnaswamy Stadium, and we had fans filling up the entire stadium for an event of that nature. And we've seen every time even a minor event of RCB takes place, the team, the supporters backing them to the hill. We've come very close. In fact, 2016 was a major heartbreak, not just for Virat Kohli, but thousands and lakhs of RCB fans. And one thing that really stands out here is the fact that despite the fact that for 80 long years the team did not have a cup, despite the kind of social media criticism, ridicule, and trolling that has taken place, these supporters have stuck with this team for 18 years, backing them completely. Something that Dinesh Karthik also mentioned in one of the interviews on how perhaps they are one of the biggest loyal fan bases across different franchise leagues we have seen, not just in cricket, but in several other sports.
Absolutely. Harish, thank you so much for that. Also, Vinny, thank you so much for joining us.